been from the country, maybe they're used to that sort of thing, but I had never seen a cockfight before, Greg.
Right. And whose cocks were fighting, Bernie?
It was Fiacre's and Tristan.
Fiacre's and Tristan's?
Fiacre and Tristan.
Had his cock.
But I didn't know Fiacre had a cock. Like, Tristan, okay, being from the country, but where did Fiacre get a cock from?
Well, he always had one, Greg. It was just that I sort of stopped him playing with it.
Bernie, are we talking about a feathered animal here?
No, Greg, they had their pants around their ankles. And
my goodness! And they were having a cockfight.
Well,
we won't allow that kind of trash and filth.
I was absolutely mortified, Greg.
I can imagine.
Were they slapping each other's willies off each other?
It was like a sword fight. It was like a sword fight, Greg. I swear to God, I was livid. I was mortified.
And what did you do, Bernie?
Well, there was nothing else to do, but we had to whip out a large jar of pseudo cream.
Right.
They were red raw afters, Greg. They were red raw afters.
It was a fierce fight then.
It was a battle.
Who won?
To the bitter end.
Who won?
Fiacre, my son.
Fiacre, and let me, Bernie. How did you know who won? Like, how did you arrive at
it? Well, it was the bruising, Greg.
Oh, the bruising. Whoever had the least amount of bruising was the winner.
It was, the least.
The last man standing was the winner, in other words.
Well, yes. They were both well standing, I will say. But it was the last. There was a man with the least amount of bruises that came back to the kitchen. Well, I'd never seen anything like it, Greg.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to have to give Mary just a moment to digest that, Bernie, and then we'll come back and see what advice we have for you. Okay? So will you hold on there for me?
I will, of course.
Good girl, Bernie. Thank you.
It's time to stick it and win once again on Dublin's FM104. Whoa, you guys, man, a whole different language. Slap those stickers on your windscreen because they're worth cash. Real hard cash.
You are sure this is all about Ford, aren't you?
Starting next Monday, we're going to start calling out the reg numbers from the cars we spot with FM104 stickers. Call us within 104 minutes on 6797 FM104 and claim your prize of £2,000 in cash. Now, let's think about this. That bit of coloredy, sticky plastic stuck to your windscreen is worth more than some fine pieces of art.
On the Antiques Roadshow today, we have a car sticker which is worth £2,000.
Some people are just plain mad. So, if you don't have an FM104 car sticker, come hell or high water, make sure you have one by next Monday, because it's time to stick it and win. And this time, it's worth £2,000 a sticker. And remember, when you want to win, when you really want to win, stay with the big boys. Dublin's FM104. This is The Overnighter with Greg Merriman on Dublin's FM104.
All right then, Mary, any thoughts on what poor Bernie's going to do
I'm
with
in
Tristan
complete and utter shock, Mr. Merriman, to tell you the truth, so I don't know what to say to the girl.
Right. And where was, what's your other son's name? Tarquin, is it?
No,
that's Tarquin's
my husband.
All right. And where were Tarquin and Oisin when this was going on?
Tarquin was sitting with us having tea. We were waiting for Edgar to get the cookies out of the larder.
Who?
No, Oisin didn't take part in it. Oisin was playing frisbees.
Right. Who's he playing frisbee with?
He saw these brown frisbees in the field and started throwing them.
All right, yeah, they're probably cowpats, but no matter if he was happy.
Because his fingers were pretty smelly now when he came in.
Yeah, they would be, all right. Okay, so it was a pretty nice family day out, bar what Fiacre and Tristan got up to and kind of spoiled it all. Well, I didn't see any harm in it, really. But you don't want them to physically hurt themselves, do you?
No, I mean, in fairness, when I looked out the way, after all the commotion, and when I looked out the window, Greg, it was brutal looking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
No, it was.
It's particularly for a mother.
Well, yes, look out and see her son. You know, he's the model of my eye.
Okay, well, Mary, what advice would you have for Bernie?
I have no advice for it, really, except to stop it happening again. You could have him castrated.
Oh, no, he's my son, Mary.
Or you could push it in plaster Paris.
Well, then he'd always win.
Every contest there.
Well,
yeah, it'd be a bit unfair.
Well, I'd class that as now Tarquin myself. That'd be an unfair advantage.
An unfair advantage. Well, cut his penis off, love, is the only advice I have for you. Just chop it off.
It's a bit
harsh, but you have to be harsh. You have to be cruel to be kind.
I do intend later on. I'd love to have a grandson by Fiacre.
Yes.
He's a model. He will be a model father.
Right.
We went to visit.
You could sellotape it to his leg.
And it was
temporarily
there, and they've had a little baby called.
Who's that, Bernie? Sorry, say that again.
No, I said we went to see friends of ours stay in the hospital, and it was Jason, Sarah, and their little son, and it was just lovely. And I just think of Fiacre, like, I mean, he could be a model father too.
Right, yeah. So you've got hopes in that area in the future. What about Oisin? Will he not provide for you in that way?
Oisin is.
Homosexual.
Well, he didn't really take part in it. He was sort of just happy wandering around the fields playing frisbee.
Oh, is he really?
He's homosexual, Mr.
Oh,
Mayor.
is he?
No, he is not. No, he's not.
Pardon, Barry, we're having a conversation amongst ourselves, love.
No, there's no, Mary.
Is Oisin, would he be...
Bernie, where's, speaking of your family, where's Tarquin tonight?
Tarquin's playing cards tonight.
Whereabouts is he? He won't be home for next week. It's a long card game, isn't it?
No, it's only a short one. He's only went down for £400.
For £400, yes.
Yeah,
and he's not gone to Cuba or anything like that.
Or Colombia.
Or Colombia.
Mary, I think you've got Tarquin mixed up with somebody completely different.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid the last time you came on and you slandered him.
I did. Well, you said yourself he was on a business trip, and he takes 4 or 5 business trips a year.
That's
to
right.
Colombia.
Stuff. It's technique and delivery.
Oh, right. Well, I apologise for calling your husband a drug dealer, which he is. Next question.
No, I'm sorry. He's not a drug dealer.
No, he's not.
None of that was ever proved, was it, Bernie?
No, it was all hearsay.
All hearsay.
All hearsay.
Yeah. Can I ask you this, Bernie? Is Oisin, would he be what you might describe as artistic?
Oisin would be, yes. Oisin would be.
He would be. Would he be interested in hairdressing or decorating and things like that? Or maybe even a nurse. Would he like to be a nurse?
I don't know whether he'd like to be a nurse, Greg.
And what about an air hostess?
Oh, an air hostess probably would.
Yeah, that'd appeal to him, would it?
That would.
Homosexual, Mr. Mayor.
But there is male air hostesses, Greg. I would.
Absolutely, yeah. Sorry, a steward, I should say.
Yeah, well, I would.
A flight attendant.
I wouldn't.
No, they are. They're renowned for their straightness.
Renowned for their straightness. Yes, not a big queerness in the airlines at all.
Sorry, Bernie?
I wouldn't like to get, to give listeners the impression that Oisin likes to dress up in women's clothes.
Does he?
No, he doesn't. No.
Has he ever?
No, never.
Only that Christmas a couple of years ago, but that
no.
But that was fancy dress.
Once again, that was neighbours saying things, Mary.
Right. So that video camera I saw was not him prancing around in your negligee.
No, it wasn't, Mary. No, you're. I think you're making that up, Mary.
No, remember we were down at Christmas and there was the neighbours came out with a video of some lad prancing around your back garden with a red negligee on.
That wasn't Oisin.
Oh, just like someone who looked like him.
No, that was an American video that came over.
Oh,
the internet.
right. I apologise.
No, that wasn't.
Oh, all right. I thought it was your son.
No, definitely not my son.
Okay.
So he's never worn women's clothes at all.
Well, I wouldn't say. I couldn't honestly. I'm a very honest person, Greg, and I couldn't say that he has never, because I've never seen him.
Right.
That when he closes the door to go to bed at night, if he wants to put on women's clothes, I don't know about it.
Right.
But as far as I'm
He's certainly never done it in front of you.
He's certainly never done it in front of me.
All right. So, well, anyway, back to your original problem, Bernie. There's not really a lot anybody can say. You just have to sit him down and talk to him, I suppose. Give him a really good talking to.
But I mean, Greg, what do you say to a 19-year-old having cockfights?
Well, you just tell him not to do it. It's not right, Bernie.
Just sellotape it to his leg.
Is it not right, Greg? Is it not right?
Well, no, it's not right, I don't think.
Why?
I don't believe it is.
Why is it not right, Greg?
Well, certainly not in public. What do you do in the privacy of his own bedroom, Bernie?
It was in the privacy of our own...
It was in the privacy of
Tristan's farm.
Yeah, it was in the privacy of his cousin's farmyard. That's not quite the same thing, Bernie. Even if they'd gone into the barn for it, you could understand it. But then with his cousin, all the same, Bernie. Really, is that what you want?
No, Greg, it's not really what I want. But I mean, if I'm to give out to him, like, I mean, what do I say? I mean, is it that wrong to have a cockfight?
Well, I think maybe what you should say to him would be, this is Fiacre we're talking about, yeah?
Sorry.
You should say, now, Fiacre, love, I just want to have a little word with you. It's about the cockfight you were having with your cousin, Tristan. I'd prefer if you didn't have cockfights with your cousin or in public places. If you reserved your cockfighting for the privacy of your own bedroom, and there are certain nightclubs where you can go and meet other cockfight participants.
Is there, Greg?
Well, apparently there are, yeah.
I've never heard... Have you been there, Greg? I've never heard of them now.
No, I haven't been there
But in
myself,
fairness, Greg,
Bernie.
he's only 17.
None of that was ever proved, Bernie.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
he's only 17, Greg, and I don't generally let him out like late at night, like to nightclubs and stuff.
Bernie, he was
He let
19 a
go.
minute ago.
Pardon?
He was 19 a minute ago.
No, Oisín, no.
Oh, you're getting them mixed up. Fiacre's 17, is he?
Fiacre's 19 and Oisín's 17.
All right, so Fiacre was having the cockfight?
Sorry, Fiacre was having the cockfight.
Yes, and he's 19. Well, he's well old enough to go out on his own now.
Oh, I
would
don't
have
know,
thought,
Greg. You hear so many things about nightclubs.
Well, I know, but, you know, isn't he as well having a cockfight in a nightclub as on a farmyard?
Well, I don't know. I'm afraid he'd get hurt.
Well, they have bouncers and all in those places. If things got a bit out of hand, it'd be sorted
but
out.
Greg, I've heard stories before about people having cockfights in nightclubs and the bouncers are afraid to come near them.
Really? Well, I haven't heard of that myself. Have you heard about that, Mary?
I don't go to them nightclub places anymore, Mr. Manningham.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know what goes on in them.
That's the best advice we can give you, Bernie, I'm afraid. Because it's not something we're very... Well, I tell you what, Bernie, you hold on the line and we'll see if anybody else has any advice for you, okay?
I'll
all
do
right.
that, yeah.
Because we can't double that problem for her because it's too horrific to
It's
start
too
with.
horrific to even contemplate.
Hello, Ian. Ian probably got fed up waiting, I'd say. Who's on line 4?
Hello?
Yeah, who's that?
It's Skimp.
Skint.
The Gimp.
What?
Shh. The Gimp. Lower your voice. You might hear.
The Gimp.
Yes.
Oh, the Gimp. Hello, the Gimp.
Hello.
What can we do for you?
Well, okay. I just woke up one morning. I don't know what happened to me. Right? I forgot everything about myself. Right? And I'd say by the looks of me, I'm about 20, right? And I just found out that my ass was raw. And I was wearing leather.
That's what's blue.
And chained to a big fat man's desk. And I mean, I can't get away from him.
Yeah, well, good enough for you, I would have thought. Hello, John, is it?
Yeah.
Hiya, John.
I would just like to say that I hate all culchies.
Do you? Every single one of them?
All of them.
More
All
power
those
to you, son. More power to you.
All
They're all
the people
dirty
in
woolly
the
backs, aren't they?
people. They are indeed.
And they smell.
And that Barnaby one now, he's something else, he is.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of complaints coming about Barnaby, I have to say, in
Now,
fairness.
They all ring into your show and ruin your show. I like your show, but there's too many culchies on it.
There is too many cultures, isn't there?
There is.
What about Bernie and her son going down to Meath and they ended up in trouble then?
That's typical stuff going on down the country now. You have to say it.
Have you any advice for Bernie?
All I can say is that she should castrate her son.
Well, there's the second person to say that, Bernie.
Yeah.
Bernie?
Hello?
Hello, yeah, that's the second person to suggest castration.
Oh, that sounds so horrific, Greg.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a lovely boy. He's only 19. He's only my little boy.
I reckon we should have a pin in a poll, Mr. Miniman.
An opinion poll?
Yes. And
I
people
thought you
can...
said a pin in your poll. I didn't know what you were
Oh,
talking
you're so
about.
disgusting at times, Mr. Miniman. No, I said we should have an opinion poll. There's an echo in my earphones.
Is there?
There is. There's an echo.
Is there? I don't know what that might be.
Anyway, we should have an opinion poll. And those ring in and tell us if she could have son's penis off.
Oh God, that sounds so horrific.
Well, let's see what the people listening think, Bernie. Okay, and you, it's still the ultimate choice is going to be yours at the end of the day.
But I'd like, in fairness, Greg, as they ring in, just to think this is some mother's son.
Okay, and we'll give you an opportunity to talk to them as they ring, Bernie. You hold on there for a moment. John, Farmer MacDonald wants to talk to you.
Hello? 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 Who's this? It's John. How's it going, John? Not very well, you big culchie. Why don't you like culchies? Because they're all sheep shaggers. But why? Because they're all 40-back sheep shaggers. No, hang on for a second. I don't like shagging my sheep. I like to just like, you like to caress them, do you? Sorry? You like to caress your sheep, do you? No, I like to share them. Now, I'd rather not know about what to do with your sheep, to be honest with you. I know. You can't be. That's very stereotypical. No, that view of you have there of us. But most of you get up to it now, you have to admit. I'm a very decent bloke, you know. I'm sure you are now. No, I'm not actually sure you are. I'm sure you shag your sheep, to be honest with you. No,
well, you see, you're putting them all in the one barrel, basket,
but you
bag, something.
Area.
You see,
area, yeah.
I'm a decent bloke.
Turning them all with the one headpiece.
You see them clothes
the
that
one
you have
apple.
in your back there?
Peg.
Back.
Yeah, the one cow. Yeah. What?
You see them clothes that you have in your back there?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, well, they probably came from my fine sheep.
Could have.
If they're made out of steel and brass, yes.
What's that?
If your sheep...
Mr. Merriman is sitting here in front of me with some leather material and some steel and brass. Picturing into his nipples, it looks like.